What if the galaxy far, far away didn't end with a bang, but simply kept moving forward, quietly, dangerously, in the shadows? 7 years. That's how long it's been since Star Wars last hit the big screen. And now it returns. Not with Skywalkers, not with Sith Lords, but with a lone warrior and a tiny green child who might be the most powerful being in the galaxy. This is Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu 2026. And from the very first frame, you can feel something is different. The galaxy is no longer at war. The Empire has fallen. But peace was never really peace. It was just silence before chaos. We open in the aftermath of Return of the Jedi. The New Republic is trying to rebuild order across a fractured galaxy, but in the shadows, Imperial remnants still survive, hidden, waiting, planning. And to stop them, the Republic relies on someone unexpected, a bounty hunter, a Mandalorian, Din Djarin, a man bound by armor and a strict code. But he is not alone. With him is Grogu, small, silent, watching everything. A child who can move objects with a thought and stop hearts without fully understanding why. Together, they are no longer just hunter and foundling. They are a unit, a father and a son, traveling through a broken galaxy. Their mission begins when they are summoned by a New Republic officer, Colonel Ward. She doesn't ask for help. She gives an order, a dangerous one. A Hutt heir has been kidnapped, and the New Republic wants him back. His name is Rotta the Hutt, son of Jabba, and now a political pawn in a galaxy that never stops playing games. But this mission is not what it seems, because bringing Rotta back could unlock something far more dangerous, a hidden Imperial warlord, a ghost from the past called Commander Coin. And just like that, Din Djarin steps back into the world he tried to leave behind. But this time, something feels wrong. Too quiet, too clean, too controlled. And Grogu feels it too. The journey takes them deep into territories the New Republic barely controls. Criminal empires rule here. Old monsters still breathe here. And nothing is what it looks like. Their first stop is Nal Hutta, the Hutt homeworld. A swamp-covered nightmare of corruption and decay. But this time, something has changed. The Hutts are not just sitting in thrones anymore. They are moving, fighting, evolving. And Rotta is nothing like his father. He is not a crime lord. He is not a monster. He is something far more confusing. A gladiator, a fighter. A Hutt who refuses to be a Hutt. And that truth shakes everything Din thought he knew. But before they can reach Rotta, the galaxy reacts. Assassins strike. Droids ambush them. Entire battalions of Imperial remnants emerge from hiding. And suddenly, this is no longer a rescue mission. It is a war zone. Din fights like a storm unleashed, every movement calculated, every shot lethal. And Grogu is changing. He is no longer just observing. He is participating, moving objects, blocking attacks, saving lives without fully understanding the weight of what he is doing. But then comes something unexpected. A bond forms, not just between Din and Grogu, but between Grogu and Rotta. Two unlikely beings, both trapped by legacy, both trying to become something new. And just when things begin to feel stable, the truth cracks open. Rotta was never just a prisoner. He chose this life, and what he knows could destroy the fragile balance of the New Republic. But before he can speak, everything collapses into chaos, and what happens next changes everything.
Rotta is taken, not rescued, not freed, taken, into a gladiator arena hidden beneath Nal Hutta's poisoned surface. And this is where the galaxy reveals its true face. The arena is massive, ancient, brutal, a place where monsters are not just fought, they are worshipped. Din is forced into combat, not as a bounty hunter, but as entertainment. Stormtrooper remnants watch from the shadows. Crime lords gamble on survival. And Rotta is the champion, a Hutt gladiator, a creature everyone assumed would be slow, useless, weak. But instead, he is devastating, powerful, relentless, a walking contradiction of everything Jabba once represented. But the real shock comes later. Rotta doesn't want freedom. He wants identity. He doesn't want his father's empire. He wants something else, something dangerous, something unknown. Meanwhile, Grogu is taken. And for the first time, Din Djarin hesitates, not because he is weak, but because he is afraid of losing the only thing that makes him more than a weapon. And this is where the story shifts, because the Imperial remnants are not just surviving, they are organizing. Commander Coin is real, and the New Republic may already be compromised from within. Every battle Din fights is just one piece of a much larger design. And as the arena erupts into chaos, Grogu makes a choice, a terrifying one. He uses the Force, not to defend, but to attack. And in that moment, he stops being a child and becomes something else, something the galaxy may not be ready for.
Everything converges. The arena collapses. The Hutts turn on each other. Imperial forces reveal themselves, and Din Djarin faces Commander Coin at last. But this is not a final battle. It is a revelation. The Empire never truly died. It simply changed shape. And now it is everywhere, in governments, in crime syndicates, in forgotten systems. And Grogu stands at the center of it all. He saves Din, not with instinct, but with understanding. A moment of clarity, a moment of choice. And Rotta, he refuses to become Jabba. He walks away from legacy itself, not as a villain, not as a hero, but as something new, unwritten, unclaimed. The New Republic offers Din a reward, power, status, security. He refuses, because his galaxy is no longer about politics. It is about Grogu, about survival, about choice. And as the dust settles, Commander Coin escapes. The threat is not over. It is only beginning. But something has changed forever. The Mandalorian is no longer alone, and Grogu is no longer just a child. He is becoming a force of nature. So what does this all mean? The galaxy didn't end with war. It evolved into something far more unpredictable. A father who was never meant to care, and a child who was never meant to survive, now stand at the center of a new era. And the question remains, is this the beginning of peace, or the rise of a new kind of war? Because in Star Wars, nothing ever truly ends. It only changes shape. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more cinematic movie explanations and deep story recaps.